Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to my channel. I thought we would spend some time working some more in our Antiquarian cover book. Thank you so much for all of you who are joining along and making your own version of this sort of book. As you can tell from the previous videos, it's a very easy process. And it's just super fun to do. If you don't have the supplies on hand now to do it, just save the video in a playlist if you want, or I have them all in a playlist, an Antiquarian book playlist, so they'll always be there for you to come back to. So look how lovely it is. She's dried really nicely. I'm really happy with that. So I thought it would be good to just do some ephemera or to extend a few pages, do that sort of thing. And I like to do this sort of just pulling it back so that she lays flat a little bit more. That soft cover, it's nice and firm, but it is very pliable. So I have this page. This was also from the kit, the Golden Dress kit. I think she's just stunning. And I have a page here that's I've done on both sides. This is eco-dyed paper, and this is Rachel's, part of her old papers. And actually I think that's back with Rachel's backgrounds. So I thought it'd be fun to maybe extend a page. Now we have that lovely lady already here, so I don't want to put her in the same signature, and I think she's at the back of the signature. So let's find a spot to put her in the center signature, and I think that might be a good place, as good a place as any. This one, or do I have another one with... Oh, I think I like this one more because it's a little, I don't want to do anything to compromise that gorgeous image. So, what are we going to do? I could put, actually it might be nice to put a little tuck spot here and then fold it over. And then we have more journaling space on the back. So, in order to do that, this green is just spectacular. Is that not gorgeous? Just reminds me so much of like a really beautiful spring green into a summer green. So yeah, so I like to fold it over so that I can, let's see if I can get my needle out, so that I can, it has a little bit more reinforced edge, and I need to pull that off. I need to try and remember to do that when it's still wet, when the glue is still a little bit wet. It's better if I do it at the end of a crafting session than the first thing the next day, because then it's had time to harden around the nozzle there. So we've got this, and while that's drying a bit, come back to the book page and think about, if I fold it just on the other side of this image, I still have space over here, which is great, because I don't want it to impede this spine, movement in the spine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and kind of level it at the top. If it's level at the top, then it should be fine. It should be straight. So let's just bring this back and see if this is actually going to still be, yeah, it's still going to be fine. It's still got some space there. Okay, all right. So I'm going to, before I glue that in, I'm going to grab my large circle punch, and I'm just going to take a little notch out what is around the center. It does not have to be the center. We do not have to have precision. And I think the first person I've seen doing this sort of thing is the wonderful, absolutely wonderful Rachel. So what I like to do is just place this on here. Thank you, Rachel, for your constant inspiration and your friendship. Isn't that going to be lovely? Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I find if I put it just over this page, and I can still see about a 1/16 of an inch of the fold, then I'm just going to glue like so here. And then we'll fold it over, and we should be good to go. Yeah, that green is just the best. So now we have a pocket here, and we have a fold-out page here. That's great. And that will, I may end up putting a tab on that. Let me see, do I have, let's grab my, I'm just going to grab my tab punch and see, do I have any card handy to make, oh, okay, just pardon my arm. Okay, I'm going to use this. This is some Tim Holtz card, and I'm going to use this lighter color. Normally I would just use a scrap of some sort. I just don't have those right to hand. So I'm just going to always fold mine first, and then I'm going to see how are we for space. So I'm just going to put that here, but I'm going to bring it in a fair amount so that this isn't going to hit that inside spine. So just put some glue on. Might as well do it while we think of it. I often wait and put all my tabs on at the end, but there's nothing wrong with doing it now. So yeah, that's just basically to, well, it zhuzhes things up a little bit, but it also lets you know, okay, this is something that's meant to be pulled out. Okay, so we've got one in. Terrific. Excellent. And then I thought about this one that has all of this beautiful eco-dyed paper. Now the eco-dyeing is in the center, but there is no eco-dyeing anywhere else. So maybe that's kind of pretty, isn't it? Let's just see where we want it. I don't want to cover that lovely lady. Okay, this is a good one because it's got papers and like it's not got anything with a large image that we want to try and protect. Oh, and that might work too, actually. I think I want it farther back in the book. So, okay. So let's think about, I've cut these to the right height already, so I'm going to fold that over to create our little line of reinforcement. And I put my glue on there, and of course you could use glue stick for this. I almost always use art glitter glue in my videos, and it's got more to do with like reliability and knowing it's going to be there. And I have this thought, okay, let's just fold this back to where we might want the tuck spot to go. Okay, sorry, that's my phone talking to me. So we can set that down, and then what if we want, it's a bit washed out. I think I might want to put a pocket here. Like just attach this as a pocket. So in order to do that, and this is very much inspired by the wonderful Carol Laws. So I'm going to fold this here, and I'm going to bring this back like that, line it up there along that line, and then just fold it. So I will glue this to here to make the pocket. Now, I could add a gusset to the bottom, but because it's long, I'm not worried about it needing a gusset at the bottom. But I'm going to just trim those. Move that out of the way. And I'm going to reinforce the top, I think, up here, so that we have it reinforced and firmer for our use. Now let me just stand up and grab a ruler. I'm just going to take some of this coffee stain paper. So this is paper that I cut off the end of my coffee stain paper to fit into the journal. So I always keep some to the side of my workspace. Just a second, I'll show you. I keep a pile of them that I've cut off, and they're great for putting on the back of tags as well. And so I'm just going to attach this here. Oops. I'm just looking at, like, folding it so that I know that I've got it to where I need it. And I'm just going to tear it a little bit. We'll get rid of that piece. And then I'm going to, now this would be a good use for your glue stick for sure. Whoops. I'm just going to put some glue down. I would actually, if I wasn't doing a video, I'd be using my glue stick on this piece alone. I would put it on a book or something and then glue it down. Okay, so let's see how we do. So I'm just going to go like that. Perfect. So that's just going to reinforce. That's the top of my little pocket. So that's just going to reinforce it. So I need to take my circle punch, make my little notch, and I'm also going to put one in here. Do I want it on both sides? Yeah, I'm going to put it on both sides. Just put both sides in. That's the wrong end. Good thing I checked. We want to do it on the reinforced end. Okay, so I'm just looking to see if I'm somewhat centered. That's a little bit more to do because I'm going through so many thicknesses, but we did it. We got there. Okay, set this aside. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue here. And then I'm just going to put glue down here. That's the bottom. That's where Carol would have added an extra, like a gusset extension, but we're not going to bother with that because, like I said, it's a tall pocket, so I don't think it needs it. Perfect. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. All we need to do is set this on here, and then we have our pocket that goes in the front of it, which is kind of fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bead of glue right here at the edge of the page, trying not to get it on the pages behind. Bead of glue here and here. Make sure the top of our pocket, where we've put where we've put the notches, make sure we have the top where the top needs to be. And then just fold that down like that. So now we have a pocket here, and we have a tag holder up here, just from one piece of paper. And this is a good way to use a piece of paper that might only have, that's not got, that you haven't print an image on the back. Gosh, words. They're eluding me today. Okay, so we've got that. And actually, while we're at it, because we're making our little tabs, we could put a tab on here as well. There we go. There we go. Okay. Put a tab on here. Put my glue on. And this tab isn't going to have to be, we're not going to have to worry about it being crashing into the center here. I think that's definitely a Rachel word, crashing in. Hi, Rachel. I mention you a lot because you're such a great inspiration. And I mention Tracy a lot as well. So now we have a tuck here and there, which is lovely. And we haven't done anything to compromise that. And of course you could write on here if you wanted as well, but I think it feels more like something that wants to be decorated a little bit. So I'm just going to grab something from my my box here. These are some images that are from the Antiquarian. Gosh, that's pretty, isn't it? They're from my Antiquarian, or sorry, my Floridium book. And that's something I've purchased from on Amazon. Love those. I think the yellow is a little bit more than I want. So far we like that one. I like that one too. It's just a little big. This is big as well, but I kind of love the colors. I think that's the one. Okay. I said that with such confidence, didn't I? So what I want to do is I want to cut here along this edge. I'm just looking to see if my cutter's here. It is. Okay. Whoops, I'm so sorry about all the noises, guys. So I want to cut a straight line. And I knew that this was what I wanted to kind of have on the other side, or at the very far edge. Now, possibly could use this if I cut this out and just use the leaf, so I'm going to hold on to that for now. I organized my space so that the things I need near me are available to me. That's lovely. And I think that just needs to be straightened out a little so that it doesn't come over the edge. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's subtle, but it just, I don't know, I guess it's maybe this that's speaking to me. That might be what's dictating to me that I want to use that. Now let me just see, what do I have close to me? I don't think I want any of that paper. I'm just looking at various Italian papers that I might have next to me. So let's just, I'll just grab a piece of this. I've got that there. And I think I want to put something possibly over here. No, that's not going to be it. That's not the flavor I'm looking for. Book page. Do I have a book page handy? I don't, but I do have this is a piece of Tracy's new kit, the Compendium Ads MK6, and there's no reason why I couldn't use a piece of this writing somewhere. So if I put that like here, and then this here, okay, that's not enough of a, okay, that there. I want to keep that flower there. I like that, and I don't need it all, so I need it to go close to the top. So we're going to do that. and set it on. How am I doing for time? Pretty good. So we're going to put that right towards the top. Then I'm going to set this on top. And I think I like that as is. Now I might end up putting a label, and by might I mean that's probably going to happen. Pardon me, but I'm going to stick this down first, and then we'll see what we have, what I have for labels handy. You can hear my husband playing mandolin. He's just going through his exercises for mandolin. He and Midge went for a nice long walk this morning while I was crafting away. Now, let me just see. Do I have any labels handy? I actually just noticed this fantastic. No. I noticed it, and then I said, no, that's not happening. Okay, let's see. I've got some labels in here. Oh, I've got some of Rachel's lovely labels in here, too. Just deciding what I might want. I think a brown label might be nice. Okay, let's go for one of these brown ones. Oops, what's here? I like this one. So I want to put something over here so that your eye is drawn up. So I will do that. Like I said, it's very muted, but I think it's quite lovely. So I'm just going to set this here. So it almost looks like, you know, it's just a lovely flip. And like I said, you could write somewhere if you want it there too. I've got a pocket here. What do we want to do here? Do we want to grab a piece of vellum? Or just looking to see if I have any vellum that's not being used. Oh, that's iridescent. I don't want that. Wait, I have a piece of wallpaper. That might be kind of fun in here. Yeah, okay. As a pocket. So let's just see. This is the center. So it's 3, if I cut it 3 1/4 by just under 3, that would work. Okay, let's look at that. Where are we? Here we are. So I'm going to cut it just under 3. So I'm going to go 2 3/4 there. I'll hold on to that because we might want to use that somewhere else. And I think that is wallpaper that my dear, dear friend Wendy sent me. So, Wendy Thompson. Whoops. Hi, Wendy. Gosh, guys, I'm so sorry for all the noise today. I am between myself, Midge, and mandolin. I think that would look really pretty there. It's got, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got an aged look to it. And I'm trying to use up supplies. Well, it's not that I want to use up supplies so much. The motivation is to try not to buy so many supplies. So I'll put some glue here and here. And I'm going to bring it close to the edge. We've got a little bit, like 1/8 of an inch before we get to the corner. And then that is another tuck spot, which is excellent. So we've got a tab, we've got a little tuck spot, and we've got this. Do I have any flowers in here? I might, that are smaller. Isn't she? She's so pretty. That's one of Rachel's. So I also like this one. There's a lot of cuties in here. Trying to look at what might complement what we already have. Oh, and I have some of Tracy's. These are fun. I love that. Oh, yes, that's going to happen. Isn't that funny? You see something and then you're like, yes, that's the one. So I'm going to put this beautiful dragonfly. And this is, like I said, these are from Tracy's, I think, gosh, big labels. I forget what they're called, but they're lovely. And I think I did in a recent video, I ended up printing two pages to a page, if you know what I mean, so that it, gosh, I love that. I printed one page, I printed it on print 2 per page, so it made them smaller and really, really accessible. Now, I'm just going to see if I have, I think I do, I have this lovely tape, and I think it's Tim Holtz washi. And I want to make sure I don't want poisonous, but I think I might like the word. I always put these bits on the side of my table. So it says poisonous and it says specimen. And I think that might be kind of fun to just set down here. Put a little glue there. So there it is. That's our little pocket, which is great. I have a little piece of antiquarian page that on cardstock. That's from that same book that this was from. So it just happened to be sitting there, so I went for it. And where did that go? Okay. So we'll cut this out. Sorry I didn't get more done in this half hour, but I mean, hopefully these are things that you might be interested in doing. And I really, really appreciate you joining me and tagging along, which is great. So there we go. That can go in here. We haven't made a tag for up there, but that's fine. I will do that. And I have, these are some of Rachel's beautiful, beautiful vintage looking labels. And we could put something like that up there, and then that just draws your eye all around. So fantastic. So there's my glue stick rolling into place. It happens to be empty, so it needs to go into the garbage. But there we go. So I always look for a spot that would be a good vantage point to tell me whether something is straight or not. And if I know my page is straight, then I look to the side or to the top. But that's it. That is lovely. And we would end up putting in, this isn't, I don't think this is something I'll put in here. I don't know. But get a tuck spot there. And there. Fantastic. All right. So we've added a couple of flips to extend the page and to give us a pocket. And earlier we did this gorgeous girl in here with a tuck spot back here. Do I have? I do have another of Rachel's labels that I think I'd like to put on there. So I could set this. I always am like, which is the top? Yeah, I think this is the top. So I think I will put that up there. And it looks really nice. We're just cooking. Absolutely cooking. Like I said, I'll do a few videos with this book. I don't anticipate that I will film everything that I do, but at least I'll get some of it done. And look, that's got that lovely green shade. It just is stunning with that. Do I have something else I can set in here? Grab, oh, here I have a Tracy tag that's finished. And we'll just set that in here for now. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.